What is going on, Team Prime? And welcome back to episode 2 of What I Think, the series where I discuss what could have been done and what should have happened with certain Transformer figures and how I would have dealt with it. Today's episode is going to be on Transformers Generations Power of the Primes Grimlock. Now, if I look off every now and then, I'm looking at the cam on my screen. Anyway, so we're going to take a look, talk about Grimlock today. Now, I love this figure. We finally got the Dinobots after 10 years in the Generations line. He wasn't everything I expected him to be. Now let's go over what I could have done, or what Hasbro should have done, to make him that way. First, I'm going to put him in his dinosaur mode, so I can go over that. Robot mode will be last. I hope that wing isn't coming loose. I do not need a loose wing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I gotta be more careful. Okay. So here is Grimlock's dinosaur mode. And there are a few issues I've got with this figure in this mode. Now, I don't mind the combiner feature of the Power of the Primes Dinobots, though the combiner mode does have a tendency to make the figure suffer a little bit in certain areas. What I would have done to change how these Dinobots feel, especially Grimlock right now, is why the clear plastic? I hate that with a burning passion. Clear plastic never works with me, and it always breaks. It always breaks. So having the entire neck assembly and all of the upper chest region for robot mode in clear plastic is already no. I would have made this a flat gold plastic, or even a more of a yellow plastic, because in the cartoon it's not gold, it's bright yellow. Another thing I would have done is I would have found a way to give the head movement. All he's got is up and down and the jaw. Like, there could have been another hinge or something that allowed the head to move in dino mode. That way you can get him looking around. Because just making him look up and down is really weird. Now, if this figure wasn't a combiner, they probably could have put some transformation engineering into the legs instead of just flip up the tail tips. Anyway. But, oh well. My big issue with this figure is his forearm section. I don't like his forearms. He's got the double dino toes. Like, he's got 2 on the front and 2 on the back of his legs. He's supposed to have 3 toes. 3. 1, 2 here, and then 1 here on the back of his arms. Because of this, for some reason, he loses his balance with the extra 2 toes on the back. And can we talk about this giant tail? Get rid of the chunk right there, and you've got a pretty streamlined tail. Now, what I would have done to Grimlock in the arm section is I would have made this a little bigger. His arm would go down to here. He would have had 2 bigger toes, and that's another thing. His toes are too short. He doesn't have a lot of stability to walk around. And am I the only one that don't like seeing his thighs like right here? I kind of want them right there. That's a little too high up for his shoulders, honestly. And the obvious is the dino kibble You have that. Alright, I'm going to put him back in his robot mode now so I can talk about his robot mode issues. Yeah, okay. Alright, back in his robot mode, and right off the bat you'll notice I painted his eyes blue. They're not. It wasn't the right shade of blue, but I'll get stickers for that at some point. My biggest issue with his robot mode is the joints aren't super tight here or here. You don't even hear a click come out of here. Or here. Barely. And his wings are a little too small. Like, you can't even see his wings from this angle. But, again, the main issue being the forearms. And the biggest issue for this figure is he doesn't have a sword. He doesn't have a gun. What the heck, Hasbro? If you guys can give Elita 1 and Starscream both guns and combiner feet, you could have given Grimlock his sword or a gun. So I had to go and customize a sword until I can get him one. And my other big issue is his scale. Why is it when you guys do Dinobots, are they always so small? The Dinobots are supposed to tower the Autobots. Like, Grimlock is supposed to be bigger than Optimus Prime. And you've got Optimus in the Power of the Primes line as a leader class figure, and Grimlock is stuck in a Voyager, and a small Voyager at that. Like, here's the last Night Leader Megatron to him. Grimlock is a short figure. What would have made it a lot better is if Grimlock were a big Voyager. Say, like, Studio Revenge of the Fallen, Revenge of the Fallen, or Movie 1 Starscream. This is a big Voyager. If I measure out how tall, Grimlock stands at 17 centimeters tall. That's how tall this Grimlock is. If I measure out Studio Starscream, he's almost 8 inches tall. Like, hold on, let me do this again. He's 19 centimeters tall. So why couldn't Grimlock be a big Voyager? Thank you, Starscream, for your cooperation. It's just, Hasbro had a great opportunity to give us some of the greatest Generations Dinobots we would have ever gotten in our life, but they were hindered by the combiner gimmick. So, the Dinobots unfortunately had to suffer a little bit. Fortunately, you can render this. You can make this Grimlock, a bigger figure. How, you may ask? Hold on, I need it. Okay, I'm being paranoid. If you want to make this Grimlock a better figure, then I suggest you go purchase the Perfect Effect add-on kit for Grimlock. Even if you want to improve Volcanicus, which I don't care about the combiner form. In that kit, you get brand new forearms for Grimlock, and you get additional thigh add-ons. so he can stand up as a bigger Voyager. With that add-on kit, he will turn into a Voyager of this scale. So if you want to improve your Power of the Primes Grimlock and your Dinobots, I suggest you get that kit, because I am ordering it the moment I can. It makes him a slightly bigger figure, but it helps. Okay, I'm starting to be concerned about that. Hold on. That wing's like looser than the other wing. I'm paranoid. Sorry. When I start feeling loose joints in my fingers, I get paranoid. I don't want to have to replace this again. And if you want an even bigger option, if you don't like the Voyager-sized Grimlock, then Black Mamba has got you covered. They have got an almost leader class scaled version of Voyager Grimlock. Right now it's in Power Rangers colors. But if you wait a little while, the G1 colored versions will be out. So you can do that. And they're doing all 5 of the Power of the Primes Dinobots. So you have those 2 options for Grimlock. Either you just upgrade him to make him a bigger figure, or you get the bigger figure. Me, honestly, I'm going to do both. But Hasbro, you had a lot of opportunity with these guys. These guys being the main seller of the Power of the Primes toy line. Because that was the most hyped thing of the toy line. We're bringing the Dinobots back after such a long time of no Generations Dinobot figures. But that's all I gotta say about Power of the Primes Grimlock and what I think should have been done. He's still a great figure nonetheless, but he could have been a better figure. So with that being said, that's what I think about Power of the Primes Grimlock. Let me know in the comments section what you guys think about Grimlock. What are your thoughts about him? What do you think should have been done with him and all that fun stuff? But yeah, stay tuned for the next episode where we will cover Power of the Primes Dinobot Slag. Yes, I'm doing all 5 of the Dinobots, even though I have 3 of them. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all later.